guys, welcome back to Breakout Trading. It is Thursday, August 6th, and I'm going to be going over some trades I made today. So today was pretty slow in the overall market, actually really slow. God, it was so boring today. Literally like nothing happened. I took two sort of main trades and basically just messed around today. Like there was nothing. Just a scratch day today. 493 is the total there. We only traded two tickers, Mara and KNDI. This is that. I've traded Mara I think 3 days in a row now, so that's pretty crazy. Maybe I'm starting to get good at trading it. That'd be really cool. But making 615 there, and then KNDI was a good setup and a nice good stop out too, so no regrets. So we'll go into it here. First trade was Mara. This is in the morning here. So basically, I had a few stocks on watch, and Mara was one of them. This one's given like a bunch of intraday sort of runnings. Like it's been running for a few days along with Bitcoin, so it's definitely in play. And right out of the gates, I had this massive green volume up here at like 2.6 million already, more than I had all day yesterday. I think the most it got yesterday was like 1.7, so huge volume spike. And technically, this isn't a setup, so it kind of broke a rule. So technically this isn't a good trade, even though I made money, is the way I'm thinking of it. It kind of looks like a trade line VWAP cross pattern, but I'm not going to lie to myself or anyone and tell them that it is, because I know it's not. Basically, I just saw this thing was ripping and I wanted to buy the dip. So I threw up a Fibonacci retracement here, saw that the 236 lined up here around VWAP. It's kind of hard to see, which was around 4.8, and then I put another order there at the kind of high of this first 3-minute candle, and hopefully, and then my hopefully both of them got filled and this thing bounced, and my stop loss was, I was planning to put around that area there. 25 shares, so 50 shares total, two orders of 25 shares, and as you can see here, we ended up getting filled on one of our 25 share order and just missed the other one. You can see how close that wick came down to our order. And I didn't end up chasing this thing. I kind of just was like, alright, if it doesn't fill, whatever, I'll just go with what I got, which was that 25 there. You can see it bounced off VWAP nicely and started continuing up to $5, which was the daily high, on a nice volume candle too. So I was happy to just be in this position, even though I only had half size. Oh, look who came to say hi. Little Sadie, she's trading now too. So yeah, that trade worked out pretty well. So once I knew I was kind of just going to be locked in there with half size, I just threw a stop super tight, right underneath VWAP and the 236, and right underneath my entry pretty much. And you can kind of see there was a bit of support here too. So really minimal risk here, about like pretty much a break-even trade if I got stopped out. And then I ended up selling on this push up here. I put an order out on the above the ask and let the price move up into me. And it was a really nice fill. It turned out to be kind of like the top tick of the morning. And I made about, what did I make in that trade? I think I made like $7-8 there. So I did give back quite a bit of money in commissions, because I did end up scalping this a bit later, but I'll go over that at the end of this video. But if you look at where that sell was, it was actually really nice. Switched up the layout a little bit too here, so that I'm kind of more centered on the tape and the level 2. And I also am going to start paying for this fundamental data down here. I think that's going to be really nice, so I don't have to look up the float or market cap or anywhere and write it down, because I'd always write it down in this notebook. So it'll be nice to just have it right here, and it'll automatically update too. Yeah, so Mara, I don't know if I need to make these bigger. They're pretty easy to see, but yeah, we ended up top ticking right there on that first trade, and then the thing kind of tanked and it chopped around. And actually, something crazy that I noticed was, one sec, let me just close this. Is it literally looked exactly like yesterday, like the price action. check this out. So look at the similarities. It's pretty crazy. So this was yesterday. Also 3-minute chart. This is a 5-minute, so it's a little bit different. I know I'll just change that to a 3-minute too. All right, check this out. So big initial push in the morning. 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 Pull back, chop around below VWAP for a bit. Pull back, chop around below VWAP for a bit. Create this sort of resistance level. Create a resistance level right around here. Break out of that resistance level. Break out of that resistance level, and look, I almost bought in the same spot. So I bought here on the retest of this yesterday, and today I bought tried to do a couple little scalps here. They didn't really work out too well. I should have just bought here and held it for the rip up, but also bought right here for the rip up. And look at, just past the high of day, like just like yesterday. How crazy is that? That is wild. Same ticker, same move. So maybe tomorrow we'll get the same move. It'll be pretty awesome if this thing does the exact same move every single day. That'd be really, really awesome. Super predictable. That'd be sweet. Yeah, so that was Mara. What we did here was basically I was just kind of testing my theory, how this thing follows Bitcoin. So like whenever Bitcoin makes a move, this thing usually continues. So I was kind of scalping it here. I had a loser here. This was a winner. This was a winner, and this was a winner. So they kind of just ended up breaking even because of commissions. I was only using 25 shares, getting like, 5 cents. So if I was using bigger size, these two would have really counted. But these ones kind of cancel each other out, and they all kind of cancel each other out because of commissions. So I was just kind of messing around because, as you can see, if I go to a 15-minute chart on Mara, check this out too. 15-minute chart on Bitcoin. Somewhat similar, but as you can see, we had sort of that initial push here, pull back, chop around, and then we actually tried to push above this 11,885 level, which is the daily top right here from August 1st. So you can see we kind of pushed above that today and then failed to hold above it whatsoever. You can see how clear of a resistance level that is. So that's why I was scalping here, is because Bitcoin was pushing up. I thought it was going to break this level, and that would be pretty significant. And then I thought we'd get a move to about $6. So I was trying to make something happen here, but I just kind of ended up taking it off as Bitcoin chopped around. Yeah, okay. So let's close that. We'll go here. Yeah, so that was Mara today. Kind of crazy looking at that move, how similar it looks. My gosh, that's crazy. And then we had Candy Eye. This was one of my setups, so no scolding there. Great setup. Not great, actually. It didn't have really great volume. Nothing had great volume today or tomorrow. That was just part of the game. We had this top here, and then it kind of made into a TG triangle. Got long 25 shares there with a really tight stop loss. The thing ended up breaking out here, as you can see, testing the high of day. This one was a high float. I think it was like 150 million, so it was really slow, and it took literally forever for this thing to come up. And as soon as it got up here, I was up like $5, but I was like, oh, it's breaking the high of day with like kind of decent volume. Like, I'm just gonna let this thing ride and move my stop loss up to break even. And then it came down and stopped me out. So whatever. Just a 50-cent loss there plus commission, so lost about $1.30 there. And then this thing kind of just crapped out too for the whole day, so no worries there. Let's see what happened. Yeah, there's my two little trades. it came down and then tried once again to break that high and was unable to. So this is actually a really nice entry here that I totally missed. So on KNDI here, so there was my trade there, and I kind of just left it after I stopped out. I was like, oh, this thing looks weak. But if you draw a Fibonacci from that little tiny wick, that high, down to the low of day, VWAP lined up really nice with the 38.2, and even if you used yesterday's close for VWAP, you can see that that was a significant level. So that was an awesome entry right there. I should have been paying attention for that. But yeah, nothing had any momentum today. Yeah, just everything kind of just selling off. Yeah, a pretty boring day, honestly. Just one of those days where you just gotta, you know, stay afloat and just wait for the Momo to come back. And the last one I'll do, I already went over all this. Just some scalps there on Mara that all kind of canceled each other out. Nothing really got going. You can see how choppy this thing was. It was just very like, oh my god, it's going to pump, big pullback. 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 So that was kind of not fun to be in. Got some good, two nice scalps here, and then these two were kind of crappy. What I should have done is just seen that this trend line was here, this support, and how it dipped down. I should have bought in here and then just rolled that up to the high. So that would have been like the same thing I did yesterday. I should have just done today. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll have to see. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Scratch day today, 493. I'm just happy to be green on a slow day like today, and just gathering knowledge and experience. So that's it, guys. Adios.